Okay, now we're recording.
I'm live and I'm a parent at the same time, so the door's still got to be cracked, right? In case.
All right, let me get
in case shit. First. In case kids go nuts and one of them hits the other one
bed
with the mad elbow drop, and then he's having the spasms.
Damn.
And then he just keeps fucking going because there's no ref to tell him to stop. So like,
follow through, man. Like you were just talking about follow through when there's no parent supervision. Follow through.
Finishing the opponent.
Fist. How was your week?
Sunday. It was good. We were here Thursday. It was good. My week was good. We didn't do one yesterday. We got cracking into some like deeper business shit.
That's right. We were.
Figured you had a little content still to upload.
I don't like your tripod's bigger than mine.
Right.
I don't like the I feel emasculated right now.
I don't know what the angle is. I'm just trying to get all the good books in.
No,
I put up a nice little rip of this. What's his name? Jim Ballant.
Jim Ballant's Tarot.
Jim Ballant.
Which
there is a lot of really nice covers. There's a couple of variant covers like this here. There's 258s.
Oh, that's right.
There's an A and a B.
There's another one.
There's a couple of them. Yeah, there's 3 or 4.
Isn't those 2 up there? Right?
It might be 6 or 7. Yeah. It might be those ones right there, right? Yeah, but there's some real tight covers. Like
they're all censored, so YouTube, Facebook.
Right. Yeah. No. There's no any of the bad stuff. There's just
it's all
tantalizing.
Side.
Right.
Image.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
no nips.
It's alluring.
Oh, alluring.
It's
classy.
It's not X-rated.
It's erotic.
It's what like HBO used to have and stuff, right? It's very
Skinamax. No, Skinamax, right?
Classy. Right? You can't have a little grace. This has some grace to it still.
It is very graceful. It does take my mind off the everyday things going on for a bit.
Right. It allows
get lost in fantasy.
My immediate thoughts get very whimsical.
And, my creative juices start flowing and gorged.
I get lost in thoughts of motorboats.
Right.
My week's good. My week was good.
Oh, that's good. That's good to hear.
Yeah. So we got into deep work yesterday and figured. Fuck the live. We were played right out.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I was doing yesterday after we were done, and I have a tendency to do this.
Oh,
but I was I have a question that kind of comes with it.
Okay.
So when we were done, I came home.
Yeah.
And I got some of my other stuff done, but I was up crazy early. Like you saw them, so I was up at like 5 something yesterday doing some. So I got my workout in like before even we started work yesterday. So I got a bunch of stuff done. So by the time we were done, that was actually already like 10 hours into my day.
Yeah.
So I'd got a bunch of stuff done front loaded before we got together. So then I had some time, but I was gonna stay up, which I had a little nap I think in the afternoon, maybe for an hour. But so I downloaded like a game on my phone.
Okay.
Right. And we did that a couple weeks ago with the Street Fighter stuff.
Right. Duel.
And then so I downloaded a game and started playing it. And I think I might have had a game from last weekend. Dude, I just want to know what it is about mobile games. Why they fucking suck so bad. They're all the same. The same. They all suck. There is no like innovation in that. It's the same like. There's differing scales of you being on autopilot where things are just happening because everything's just like redundant. You're just like doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, you just autoplay, right?
In like some different backgrounds. Like that's all that changes is like, oh, you're on some like increasing tower thing, and in this one you're in some arena thing. And dude.
And it's just a grind over and over and over again.
It's all microtransactions. That's all it is. There's just micro in every one of these games. And like I've been through. We tried that Street Fighter one. I got my guy to 100.
It was fun for a bit. It was
fun for 2 or 3 minutes until the allure of Street Fighter wears off.
You know what those games are made for, right?
Every game. No, because that's the games that are everywhere now.
They're made for pooping. That's it. They're only made for when you're in the bathroom.
There's too much.
But they suck.
Then they shouldn't have 900 dailies.
No.
Don't have 900 dailies where I'm so committed to this thing, it's like a second job where I gotta check in on it every 3 hours. If you're just for pooping, relax a little.
Well, there's a lot of people that eat a lot of McDonald's and
I'm not pooping that much. I'm not pooping enough to keep up with these.
No.
And they don't have enough fun.
Imagine if I had like wow.
There's not enough fun or variety. They're the same. They have a lot of different. The only thing that's different is the licenses. Sometimes it's Ninja Turtles, sometimes it's Street Fighter, sometimes it's a lot of things you never heard of. Right, and we've played Galaxy Heroes.
Yeah,
we've played
all the Marvel Strike Force, the new one that came out.
Well, when I say played, I don't mean we played for like a day. I mean we played for a while.
Put some time in.
And geez, these there's no sustainability. They're brutal. They hurt. They hurt to play. They hurt me. I play for a couple hours and I start to feel stupid and I feel bad about myself. I just want to. I feel like I need to atone for so I want to ask, why is it that I've played every mobile game that's ever been released, Anthony, and none of them have been good, and yet I still, yesterday afternoon, downloaded a mobile game? I could have just not done that. I could have had a 2-hour nap.
Yeah, you could have. Right. But have you? My good friend Dylan out there, our good friend Dylan out there has brought up, have you ever played Raid Shadow Legends? That's a good time to bring that up.
You know what? I played Raid Shadow Legends.
Well, that game for a bit too.
Before there was ever the commercials all over the YouTube channel.
Oh, really? Okay.
Long before now, where we're at, where it's memed out, where people joke about the Raid Shadow Legends.
Because you've heard it many times.
I'm talking like 4 years ago, people even seeing that ad inside people's videos, like where it was like not in jest, but in like actual like monetary remuneration for like an ad plug.
Okay.
Where I played Raid before that because I want, again, I check like be the first to play on the plug.
Oh, the pre-registration.
I don't know. A lot of people maybe use Apple, so they don't know what the Google Play Store, Android Play Store, what it's called, even looks like. But on the Play Store, the Google one, you go in there and one of the categories in games is be the first to play.
Yes.
So I'm always in that one. So I'm looking for ones that are in like early access, which a lot of stuff stays in early access because it doesn't want to pay the actual royalty or the licensing because it's used characters far too close.
I played a lot of Dragon Ball games that were like that.
It's like Mugen type stuff.
Yes, like Mugen, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's that goes on. So, but that's where I go to look. So I tried Raid. Raid's good. For a mobile game, it's good, but it's redundant. There's nothing else going on.
No. I wish you could control your characters more. You just can't. You can just auto-play just like every other game out there. And they're like, oh yeah, it's this massive open... It's like, not really. It's like, it's just the same dungeons.
It's brutal.
It is.
What's happened to gaming and why do we settle for this? This is like what's happened to wrestling. Like this is like what's happened to professional wrestling where we've settled for this stuff. We've decided that like what they give us now is fine. And just because everybody knows on the internet that we're just going to be tongue-in-cheek about all of it, because who cares about the allure of it? It's like people that make films or are in theater, if you go to see a live theatrical performance of something, a play of some sort, people don't just break character throughout to like give the fucking audience the wink and the nod about how this is all bullshit. Like they still stick with it, even though the audience knows they're there watching play. It's fiction. Mm-hmm. It's clearly fiction.
It's not sold anymore like the way it used to be.
It's like people are so proud of themselves that they're like in on it that they can't help but like not just stay true to what the soul of it really is. It's disheartening. I don't know. It's this fucking mobile game.
I like how wrestlers
don't you used to love like. Why is it that NES 8-bit games are better than these mobile games in 2023? Like,
you know what it is?
What is that? It's not a lack of capability.
No, it's a lack of challenge. There's no challenge in these new games. Besides, you're just grinding to get these gems. Once you get these gems, you spend them. Then you need more gems, so you grind. You don't want to grind. You pay for the gems, right? That's what these games are. Not like the NES. The NES had like sometimes where you had to jump exactly at the right time, the right timing to get over. You knew these guys are going to come at this time.
But it was so much. Challenge. It was so much more rigid. It was so much more rudimentary and like rough around the edges. But it for some reason it has more cachet.
Challenging.
It has more. Even if it's not challenging, like, because granted, there are some NES games that were just bullshit hard.
Oh, yeah.
Where you're like, this is fucking...
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
This is a fucking unreasonable. Right. Well, there was
Any
also just some
LJN
bad
games.
games. There was also some bad games.
Yes.
That wasn't just like hard. That was just bad.
Yeah.
But there were some games that were like good, well-engineered games, but like they were hard. Things came in sequences that were a little too heavy, or like you said, there were jumps that needed to be made that were like skeet skeet. You had like no real room for error, or whatever it happens to be. But now, all the programming ability, all the deliverability to my phone, all the ability to update things, all the architecture, all the everything should cause you to be making games that in theory are so much more memorable, digestible, replayable, or addictive. And that's not the word like I don't want to use, because they do a ton of things where they try to addict you.
They do.
They do bullshit stuff like the 900 dailies, or the you need this many gems and get this many gems and spend them on this, and then there's just this daisy chain of horse shit.
Right.
I don't mean addictive like that. I mean addictive like you really want to go back to that world. And
like WoW addictive or Skyrim addictive, something like that.
Even the Legend of Zelda from, like I said, from 1988 or 1989. Some kid who wanted to get home to get back into the Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
You're not lacking in the capabilities. We're clearly just, we're the gatekeeping, and I know people hate the idea of it because it sounds like such a prick sort of thing. The idea that we just like won't stand for shit, but like things like wrestling with gaming, we stand for a lot of shit. Fans just take it up the fucking ass, dog.
They really do. They really do.
We don't just go like, this is garbage. We're not, and I'm as bad as everyone else. Because like I said, I downloaded a game yesterday. So I'm a culprit as well.
You know what's
I'm a hypocrite.